Hey guys, just a little pre-video warning here. I'm editing this today's little quick update video, and while I was recording this, I guess people were walking outside and a couple times throughout the video, and my dog went a little crazy. So you'll hear him randomly bark throughout the video. I didn't think that it would get. I didn't think it would come out as loud and clear as it did in video, but it did. So I do apologize about that. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome to a quick little update video. So, a few weeks back ago, I did a quick little restoration video on this really cool Compaq Evo N610c, and I mentioned that I wanted to get it ready for to do some Windows XP gaming and whatnot. But unfortunately, during that video, I found out that the audio didn't work. So basically, long story short, um, I felt bad kind of tearing this thing apart. And I mean, I do have another one that I use for parts, but still, I figured, what, in, I didn't want to risk breaking it. And like in the past couple of weeks since filming that, I have used this to basically type up a few work letters and whatnot, and actually to browse the internet a bit. I still haven't found a replacement Wi-Fi card, but I just hooked up an the Ethernet cable and a little wireless USB adapter, and it's got internet access. So it's done everything that I've wanted it to do, but I still wanted to try out gaming on this thing, and I figured it should still work for some Windows XP gaming. So without further ado, let's try out some of our Windows XP favorites here. Hey guys, just another before I head off to the showcasing of video games. I realized I didn't mention what I did about the sound issue. So, I don't know if you can tell, managed to take in a little piece from an old SIM removal tool in there and kind of pushed it into place. And that was more than enough so that I can have sound on the system. So let me see if I can hit it. Yeah, so in the meantime, that's more than enough. That'll work for our internal sound. Regardless, the headphone jack does work. So I do have a little speaker that I can hook up to this if this solution doesn't work out. In the future, I will have to resolder this, or maybe take out that jack or whatnot. Now I'll have to figure something out, but figured in the meantime, this is good enough. This will do. And how could we start and not talk about the also popular Halo for PC Combat Evolved? It's just the trial, which I remember back in school we would all download this and play the one included multiplayer map. But I mean, I remember this would run in like our little old school Dells that we had at school. So let's see how this thing can run it. Gonna Okay. I will do easy mode. It doesn't hurt. I ran this for like 2 minutes just to see that it was even compatible, and it was, but you always have that little bit of doubt. If the image does look a little bit weird, I did have to tilt this down a bit so like it wouldn't look too bad on camera. Check out that Pelican graphic.
Believe that what they call the silent cartographer is somewhere under this island. The cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center. The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
The speakers do work. I'm gonna check out those graphics. Let's go check out that water. This is running on an ATI 7500 mobility Radeon. Got 64 megabytes of RAM. I mean, if you're not too familiar with ATI graphics, they were basically, they basically got bought out by AMD. I think like mid 2000s. I finally stopped seeing the brand, but yeah, I mean, you got these ATI cards in a lot of systems back in the day. It was kind of like they're basically, from my understanding, they're up there with like Nvidia as being a popular option. So yeah, I mean, so far as you can tell, the graphics are kind of on the low end. We can actually see what we got them at. I think it should be at low. Video setup. Yeah, I think it's low. Let's see if we can bump it up. Unfortunately, I don't have an FPS reader on FPS counter here, but from just looking at it with the naked eye, it does look like it kind of gone down a bit. Not too much though. I mean, there's only so much that you're gonna get out of an early 2000s XP computer, but still, I mean, this is something you just wanted to play around with, or you just wanted to play some Halo trial in the meantime. But yeah, this would do. But well, seeing as I'm stuck in a wall here, let's try out a few little PopCap games that I've installed on here, because I remember those always being kind of fun on my old Presario. So let's try those out. All right. So here we have PopCap's Suma Deluxe, and it's just a basic game. It's nothing fancy. This is it's a good example of something that you would have caught me playing around with back in the day. As I said in the laptop haul video, this is one of the main reasons that I started getting into PC gaming. It's kind of funny. You wouldn't think that something like this can make such an impact, but I remember when I first got these games. And I mean, I still have the CD somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, where I put it at the moment, but that this could make such a big impact like this, And it's just a simple little game. It's just something to kill time, but back in the day, you didn't have the amazing graphics. You didn't have anything that you didn't have that kind of stuff that we have today. So something like this, it's better than like the pre-built Windows games, so Spider Solitaire, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty fun, and it's definitely a time killer. And yes, as I've said it before in that laptop video, I can honestly sit here and play this for hours, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but I have. I talk a lot about mobile games. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All those addicting mobile games that you have out there and pay to play and whatnot. But to a certain degree, this is just as bad. The only difference is you're not paying for the power ups and extra lives and all that stuff. They're trying to get you freemium. That's what it's called. Basically, they sell you the base game, but if you really want to have fun, then yeah, you're gonna cough up a couple of dollars to get extra lives and whatnot. But yeah, if you've never gotten the chance to play this, Suma, I highly recommend it. It's I think it's like a $5 on Steam nowadays. So back then you would buy it as a standalone game, and I'm sure you probably still can. But since my original game disc is basically pretty iffy, the second I saw it on Steam, I went ahead and picked it up just as I figured this is something that I definitely want to keep playing. And I do have a couple minutes left in this trial, unfortunately. So I think I'm gonna find a little stopping point here, and and save my life. But yeah, basically, I mean, this is so far for what we've played. You know, if you want to play early 2000s games, it can do it. It, I mean, you saw the graphics power isn't all the way there, especially with like Halo as we saw, but something like this where it's not graphically demanding and it's still pretty fun, it'll get you through it. In my case, with that refurbished battery, you know, to give you a live example here, let's see. I have it on power just so that the screen comes out brighter. But right now I'm looking at, well, it won't tell me, but I believe it's about roughly 4 hours. So, you know, 4 hours of messing around on little PopCap games, it'll definitely get the day. It'll help the day go by faster. Especially, you know, right now the internet might be going slow and whatnot with everybody on it. But anyway, let's take a look at some other games on here. And while we're on the subject of PopCap, let's check out Bejeweled. If you don't know what Bejeweled is, it's basically a little towel matching game, you know, and I could be wrong here, but from my knowledge, it's been released in like multiple different names. So uh, I can't really tell you if Bejeweled is the original. I think it is, but don't quote me on that. But I mean, I've seen this. I've seen like different reiterations of this game. Such a fun little game. Definitely, definitely helps you kill time. And you know, it's just basically you gotta find three or more of the same shape. In this case, we're looking at jewels, but it can be jewels. You can have like I've seen on some knockoff Chinese video phones or phone videos, sorry, where they have one where it's like fruit. So it could really be. You could honestly just replace these jewels with whatever, and the concept will be the same. Uh, if you haven't played Bejeweled, I think you can still. I think you can still get this on like the Apple Store, the iOS Store, what's it called, the Google Play Store. I think it's now sold by EA, but you know it's fine to kill a couple times, sometime if you got nothing to do. And this is the same thing with Suma Deluxe. This is something that I could probably play for a few hours and probably not get bored. Let's see. Let's see if I can finish one level for you guys. Um, no moves. Oh, got the high score. I died. Anyway, let's move on to something else. Okay, that's loud. Alright. Yeah, so here we have 4x4 Evo 1. So we're going to name our profile. That is just a demo. I want to get one car to yeah. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm stuck. So yeah, I can handle racing games pretty well. I mean, I'm not the best at it. I'm trying to figure out the controls here. Cause I used to play this back on the good old GameCube, and that was pretty easy. Oh no! Well, I'm done. But let's see. Yeah, I can't remember the recovery key. Oh no. Okay. So here we have, I think one of my all-time favorite, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. Let's see. This one's a little more actiony packed than the other ones. I probably would be willing to put it up there with Halo, but we do have like the fancy CGI screens and whatnot. And so far, it's taking it. You know.
It is an extraordinary morning for SpongeBob. He wakes up even more excited than usual. For today is the day Mr. Krabs announces his appointment for manager of the Krusty Krab 2. And SpongeBob knows in his heart that he is the sponge for the job. There is an added scoring in his step, and the world is a brighter place.
I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but I think my camera here is trying to pick up the trying to do the face detection, so I think I did notice it one time, but I do apologize if that shows up.
Looks like a beautiful day outside. The perfect weather for a promotion. It's jammed. I need something to pry it open with. Good morning, Gary. I had that dream again, Gary. And it's finally gonna come true today. Because today is the grand opening of the Krusty Krab 2. And I think we all know who Mr. Krabs is going to promote to manager. Right? What? No, silly me. I'm ready. Promotion. Well, I can't stand around here gabbing all day. Bye, Gary. It's a spatula. Quite useful for flipping Krabby Patties. It's an ice cube. It's kind of shaped like me.
So far something like this, it's
There we go. Just
definitely picking up. Definitely playing. It's playable. It's not
brown shorts.
it's not laggy. It's not glitchy or anything. So you can. I mean, as you can tell, you can use a system like this for gaming, but I probably wouldn't suggest going and like trying to play something more I guess graphic consuming or something like this. On a side note, I don't know if the fan noise will come up on camera, but just physically back here, it is starting to burn up. So that's something to take into consideration, that the system being almost I believe this is 2000, 2001, so about 19, maybe 15, 20 years old. Because I think they also sold it up to like 2014. Sorry, 2004, 2003. It does have XP. That's something to consider, that it will get pretty hot. So keep that in mind if you want to use this as your ultimate gaming PC. Hey guys, so hope you enjoyed that little run with the system. I definitely did, and I'm more than happy with the results. I'm happy with how the project turned out, how the system turned out, and still the little disappointed with the audio repair, but you know, it is what it is. I can't complain. Overall, if I cannot I can't recommend this system enough, especially if you want to do like Windows XP gaming, Windows, maybe like DOS games and whatnot. I'm not too familiar in that subject. I'm trying to get into DOS gaming and stuff, but I mean, and if once I do, I do have a couple of older Windows 98, Windows 95 PCs that I can play with. I won't necessarily mess with this one too much anymore. It's basically where I'd like for it to be. So, in the meantime, if I want to keep working, like I said, I've been using this for mainly Word documents, and it's been pretty good for that. I mean, this keyboard's just really nice to type on. It's not, now that I've had it for a while again, it's not as good as I remember it, but I may have just been misremembering from the beginning. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, it does the job. It works pretty well. Won't complain. Gaming wise, it's done pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the results. You can see it doesn't really lag. Might not be playing at the highest graphics, but then again, I'm not really playing like the most difficult games on here. Again, I mean, SpongeBob and Halo might be pushing it a bit, but yeah, just to give you an example of the 3D gaming that it can do. But it's not much, but it's enough for what it is. I wouldn't say I'm not gonna try to run Crisis or something on this. Seriously doubt it'll run anyway. But for what it is, yeah, it's a good PC. If you can get your hands on one of these, if you're into vintage computers like I am, a pretty solid device that you can still run. And in the past, I have loaded Windows 7 on my other Compaq N620c, sorry, N610c, and it's worked perfectly. I mean, I didn't have Arrow, but for what I needed it for, it ran. It ran just fine. It did everything I needed it to do. In this case, I just want something that I can say, hey, I have one in original factory condition, and that's what this is. So, thank you very much for joining me in this little fun little adventure. Hope you guys enjoyed the restoration project that we did, and I have some other couple little fun projects for you guys. Thank you, and as always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you want to watch more. As always, thank you very much.